Oh, I've run out of ether. Okay, just shoot it, Fox. I also have to remember, fighting against those three enemies in particular, I'm just kind of go into auto mode. I'm much further along in this game than in this stream. I'm just doing this because I actually had the broadcast with this particular dungeon. It was deleted by Twitch, and it's kind of partially my fault because I did not highlight it in time. Because I think I was doing something and I completely forgot, and that was kind of sad. And I was like, oh. So I have to do this all over again. That's all good. Could be worse. And I'm actually making pretty good time because I'm already remember most of this part of the dungeon at least. I was having trouble earlier in the stream, but like it'd be like great if I'd be like streaming at Hong Kong. This is in Hong Kong. It would be like 8 or something, or 7 p.m. Yeah, I think it would be like 6 or 7. Then I'd be like, yeah, I could totally stream in Hong Kong time. But then again, I would have basically only people who woke up early enough in the US could see it. Probably have a lot more Asia people attending. Ow. Yeah, if you're in terms of like finding flaws in video games, actually yes, it does. Like, because I'm a programmer, sometimes I see a bug and I'm like, I think I know what happened there, or like, we know you kind of have an understanding of why things are the way, why those flaws come up. And sometimes you were like wondering like, what did they do wrong to screw up this load time or something like that? And like, it's just fun things like that. In terms of graphics, it depends. Like in particular, the PlayStation platform, I'm not as familiar with, because I've never programmed for it. I mean, I was too young to know anything about that. Water Veil armor, that's going to be useful. Oh boy. Oh yes, this is the one where you have to drop. Oh my goodness. This game sometimes. That's the worst. Once again, I hate these. But yeah, with I know how I have some background in graphics software, though it's not my specialty. Like more my specialty in school, but not so much these days. But I do understand how a bit of how the rendering pipeline works. With the PlayStation was a lot more primitive than the stuff I learned later on in school. Like probably after the PlayStation era ended. But if I remember, like, yeah, these things, like, despite, like, having such great games, is, like, they're so primitive. Like, the computational power of a PlayStation 1 is so low. You're just like, how did they work with these things? And when you think about it, like, it's pretty crazy. Like, if you think about how strong the NES is, I say strong in quotes, because like the processing power of an NES, despite having some really, really classic games that changed the way the game industry would turn out, or like influence countless amounts of people, it was all on this really, really crappy chip. Even for the time, it wasn't even that cutting edge. By the time like late 1980s. When you think about how strong a Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis or PlayStation or Nintendo 64 are compared to like even a PC, it's just like whatever. And I know there's a lot of people who are like PC master race, but it is true that the PC is always going to be computationally more powerful. It's just that yes, exactly. Programmers back then had to work with such limited resources. And like, even thinking about how they compressed FMVs and all that stuff, it's pretty crazy. The PlayStation 1 was not none of these consoles are particularly easy to work with from what I've heard. I've never programmed for an N64, but a Nintendo 64 or PlayStation, so I don't know with my first hand. Looks like we can climb up. Climb? Yes! Let's get out of here. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I believe we're... What's up here? Oh! We're at the end of the dungeon. Give me a second. I'm gonna save here. Yeah, we actually made it here in record time. Sweet. There'll be some story cutscene. Oh, never mind. I'm just shut up now. Don't want to reveal too much of what happens up ahead. Let me see. I think we're well. I forgot how the boss upcoming is like. I'm going to primarily. I believe I just need to defend more defense than anything else. So more extra armor for me. Yeah, I think we'll have to make do with this. Link to the Past. The Dark was a palette swap. Right. It is. It really is a palette swap because they had limited memory. So it's pretty crazy. You think about it, like how little, because of how little memory it is. Just even making 2 worlds in a game is just an optimized way of like swapping the code. Swapping the palettes, I mean. Of course, swapping some textures. That's actually very true too. Like Link to the Past, one of the most classic Zelda games, and it's not in quotes. So like it's for real too. And like a lot of things, we take it for granted now that how computationally powerful our stuff is. But yeah, that's just the way it goes sometimes. You kind of take things for granted. But it's also a proof that really I think a lot of people are really hung up on how a game looks. And honestly, like it sounds like I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, graphics are no, gameplay is the only thing that matters. You don't need graphics, which is not entirely true because graphics are part of game development. And obviously, I don't want us to continue not pushing the envelope. That's not what I want. But I do think that a lot of people take way too much are way too concerned. Okay, cutscene. What? No ceiling? It seems that it's true. Shavat was here before. Look around. There are marks from some huge thing. Oh yeah, is there any comm equipment nearby? I don't see anything else, but... Faye, look up! Something's closing in! It's a gear! Uh-oh. Gibbler? From here is Shavat's territory. Many people have tried to get in, but Sybson and I removed them. Wait a minute, we just want to... Get ready! Ruh-roh. This mysterious little girl is attacking us. But she's in a very intimidating gear. Sybson. What shall we do about her now? Oh, wait. Booster time? Booster time. Let's go for the boosters. Uh-oh. This is gonna hurt. Or is it? Oh, it's only 272. At least Ellie was managed to block it. Alright. Oh no! I hit charge. Oh my gosh. I can't do much physical damage against it. Oh, she needs the booster. I'm going to primarily attack with Ether, because that's the best way to damage Sybson. I don't believe there's anything... There's not a whole lot... Yeah, she's blocking all the physical attacks. I was saying that... Oh, I actually... Like, yeah, I do believe graphics are important for games, but I do think that... We're going to use attack on Sybson. I do think that gamers worry too much about image quality, and it's like, sure, it will look really great, but I don't think the game is unplayable, even if the image quality is not quite up to par. And I think there's like a bit of a too much of a culture about like you're so worried about the tech behind the game, but ultimately the consumer really doesn't care that much. It just has to look good enough. Anyway, Sibson was... There goes Sibson. That was a quick fight. Rebel up for Ellie, Miss Billy, Silly Billy, and Ether Armor +1 for all of us. That was quick. Man, that's Ether doublers, man. That's the way to go. That's enough, Maria. Bring them in. Yes, Queen Zephyr. That was the Queen talking. She says, it's okay for me to go in. Wait, why? How did she know we were coming? All these battles are going by so... I know, right? Ether doublers, man. And Sibson's weakness is Ether, from what I remember. Based on the last time I fought this. So she says, I guess I'm okay to go in. Whoa, the light! What light on yonder window breaks? No. Ah, Shavat. Aerial City Shavat. Huh. Sorry, just wanted to test your strength. Nick returned. You're still up. I'm surprised. We're gonna try to finish this thing up. This is actually just a rebroadcast of the Babel Tower. Yay! If you're wondering why I'm not on this too. The Queen is awaiting for your arrival above. Oh. Yeah, I'm still up. Oh, here comes some ominous talk from the elder. Useless. They allowed contact with Shavat. There is an anima relic in Shavat. We can't afford to have them aligned before preparations are completed. It's meaningless if it is not compatible with our type. You want to bury all of Shavat? What of the Animus? There are others. We must respond severely so this doesn't happen again. I asked the chat not to spoil anything in later broadcasts because this is actually going to get archived, and I don't want people to get spoiled about what all this is about. What about the Shavat Gate? As long as it is there, we can't get in. Easy. We just use Oxen's gravity cannon to compensate for the time-space warp. Oxen? It is operational. Is it operational? Re-education is complete. It is ready. The airborne squad is already assembled. Keep that Oxen in mind for the next stream too. Any side effects? The regulated 71st Airborne should have no problems. I'm making up voices for everyone because I can't keep anyone straight at this point. Well then, I look forward to this. Oh dear, that doesn't sound good. He has people, they're rounding up people and they're ready to kill us. This is the dock floor located at the lowest layer of Shavat. Oh. I met you a little while ago. My name is Maria Balthasar. Balthasar? I've heard of that name before. That's right. Old man Bal, the hermit. Yes, we ran into him way long ago under the desert. At least one of those floating dudes sounds like someone from DBZ. Oh, really? One of my voices sounds like a DBZ character. I'm not surprised, given that was one of the anime I watched a long time ago. In English too, like the rest of you US people. that reminds me, the gear. Oh, that